Well, it seems that opening your mouth and constantly pandering will eventually bite you in the ass. Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, Disney's live-action Little Mermaid star, Halle Bailey, torpedoes her own manufactured representation narrative. This is what you get when you have to constantly push identity politics at the word of your slave owners at Disney. So, yeah. Shout out to Spencer Paculi and Bounding Into Comics for providing this article. Anyway, folks, let's get into it, shall we? Yet another Schadenfreude-laced example of celebrity accidentally torpedoing the facade of Hollywood's focus on identity politics. A recently resurfaced interview has revealed that despite her film's entire marketing campaign relying on the narrative, Disney's upcoming live-action remake of The Little Mermaid star Halle Bailey had no trouble connecting with the character who shared none of her own superficial traits. To the surprise of no one who has paid even the slightest bit of attention to the political flailing in recent years, the concept of representation has become a core tenet of the company's operations, having allowed them both to disingenuously milk given demographics for their money and attention with low-quality products, as well as head off any criticisms the public may level towards them for doing so. Basically, what they're saying is they're using the black demographic in order to give shit content, and if you don't like it, you're racist. As such, a few were surprised to find this representation rhetoric, which essentially claims that viewers are unable to connect or empathize with a given character unless they share the same immutable characteristics such as gender, sexuality, or skin color, being deployed full force in promotion of The Little Mermaid. Speaking with Variety in her first major interview after being cast in the role, Bailey asserted that her appearance in the film as a race-swapped version of Ariel was culturally important for black audiences because she wanted the little girl and the little girls just like me who are watching to know that they're special and that they should be in a princess in every single way. I believe there was a black Disney princess already. I mean, the Princess and the Toad movie, that one, I think that's what it was called. But Tatiana, I believe her name was. Yeah. They already had one that they could, relate to. There's no reason that they shouldn't be. That reassurance was something that I needed. Haha. Yeah. Asked how she was able to weather racist backlash to her casting, this being yet another narrative manufactured by the company in order to shield her upcoming cash grab from legitimate criticism of its poor production standards, Bailey said that it was her grandparents who gave her the confidence to push forward. It was an inspiring and beautiful thing to hear their words of encouragement, telling me, "You don't understand what this is doing for us, for our community, for all the little black and brown girls who are going to see themselves in you," she told the entertainment news outlet. I miss the days, because I actually grew up in the 90s and late 80s, where we actually learned to identify people based on their characteristics, not just their skin color or their sexual orientation. We didn't focus on that because we actually grew up listening to Martin Luther King's doctrine of learning to judge people by the content of the character and not focus on the color of their skin. But yeah, it seems that black people nowadays, well, not all black people, but a good number of them, can only, or basically shun Martin Luther King Jr.'s belief system. When seeing a black princess would have done for me, or what seeing a black princess would have done for me, how that would have changed my confidence, my belief in myself, everything. Did you not pay attention to the cartoon movies that Disney has made? There is a fucking black princess. You racist bitch. it seems you are unable to really identify with anybody because you refuse to look at the history of the company you're working for. Belief in myself, everything. She concluded that, or things that seem so small to everyone else, is so big to us. That only speaks to your own limitations, your own mental restrictions that you place on yourself. Bailey would further promote this narrative during a later interview with the fashion magazine The Face. Reflecting on the backlash to her casting, the actress opined, "I know people are like, it's not about race, but now that I'm her, people don't understand that when you're black, there's a whole other there's this whole other community. It's so important for us to see ourselves." Said the singer/actress. As a black person, you just expect it, and it's not really a shock anymore. Constantly playing the victim card. Yet, despite her espousal of these tired talking points, God, I love Spencer's writing in this, the actress would reveal during the very same visit with Variety that she and her younger self easily identified with characters who looked nothing like her. As recently highlighted by YouTuber George the Giant Slayer in his recent video, Why Hollywood Woke Media is Dying Disney on Life Support, Bailey would make seemingly slip of the tongue during a separate interview given to the publication for their YouTube channel's This or That feature, wherein celebrities are asked about their preference between two given options relating to such topics as food, music, and movies. Asked by Variety if she preferred Disney original 1989 Little Mermaid to her own live-action version, Bailey asserted, "Oh my gosh, this is really, really hard one because of the animated version has always been so special to me. Since I was so small, it means it's the reason I would swim. I would be in the pool feeling like I'm the animated version of her." But Halle, you said you couldn't relate to anybody unless they were black. You flaming fucking hypocrite. And so today, the dream continues with the live action version, which is super cool. So, of course, I'm going to choose mine because I'm like, what? As explained by George the Giant Slayer in his analysis, there, in her own words, she had almost a profound connection to the Little Mermaid. So that means the movie and the magic in it worked. It drew her in. She didn't have to see herself. She understood it. She loved it. So that means no changes are necessary. They're only necessary now because people are so focused on a practice that has been around since slavery and slave trade, where not just black slave trade, but all slave trades, I mean, thousands of years ago, when slavery truly began in earnest, where you would sell a person based on what they looked like, what they could do, and whatnot. Their identifiers. I've said that constantly throughout my years as a YouTuber, folks. The Little Mermaid is currently on hook to wash up into theaters on May 26th. A movie that I will not watch or review, by the way. Sorry, folks. I don't want to give Disney money. Sorry. I believe in Martin Luther King's doctrine, where judging people by the content of their skin and by focusing on race all the time is a very detrimental practice. I feel that a person who has confidence in themselves and their morals and their values is more important than those who focus on nothing but the color of their skin, their sexuality, and gender, of which there are only two. Anyway, folks, good on George the Giant Slayer for finding that video. And thank you to Bounding Into Comics for writing this article. And Spencer Paculi, good writing in this. Anyway, folks, that is going to be the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I could always use more views. I'm trying to get my watch hours back up to 3,200 or even 4,000 if you can help. I have playlists that you can watch on my channel. I have many reviews that you can check out. I am going to be doing more reviews after this week. I'm kind of taking a break because I have a medical procedure today, and I'm going to be taking a break for a bit. Anyway, you all have a wonderful day, and always remember, stay humble.